Hi, my name is Jessie Borelli, and I'm happy to be here to talking to you today about an article that my colleagues and I drafted on what I consider to be one of the most commonly asked questions in therapy, which is, will my past dictate my future? More specifically, this question pertains to this idea, will my childhood experiences dictate who I become as a parent? Many of my own clients will ask me this question. If I had negative experiences as a child, is that a life sentence? Is that going to dictate who I become as a parent? Is there any way to ensure that I don't do that to my own children? And that is in essence what we tried to answer through our study. What we did is we recruited a sample of parents, of mothers. These were mothers who had been mothers before, some of them, so both first time and second time, third time mothers. And we tested this idea that reflective functioning, which is an index of mentalizing, the capacity to understand both your own and others' behaviors through the lens of underlying mental states, so thoughts and feelings, which many people, including Peter Fonagy, Mary Target, Arietta Slade, and others consider to be a protective psychological process. This idea to step back and be able to reflect on your own experiences. And we thought this might be particularly important when it comes to being able to reflect on your childhood experiences. We focused specifically on one type of negative childhood experience, that of rejection from one's parents. The work that had been done before was specifically focused on more negative forms of parenting, experiences in the childhood relationship like maltreatment. But we were interested in less overtly negative experiences, but still negative, the types of experiences that most parents don't want to replicate in their own relationship with their children. And we tested this idea of whether being able to reflect on one's own experiences in the role of being a child would protect against replicating that with one's own child. So we recruited these mothers and we tested them during pregnancy and beyond, during the first year and a half in their lives following their pregnancy, after their babies were born. And we tested whether being able to reflect on their own mental states protected against replicating some of these patterns. And what we found was very intriguing. I'll give you kind of a partial little tidbit of this. We found that reflective functioning protected both their romantic relationships at 17 months. So it was associated with stronger dyadic cohesion and index of closeness with their romantic partners. And it protected their unresponsiveness with their infants. So they were more responsive if they had higher reflective functioning. But these same mothers were more controlling with their infants if they were higher reflective functioning and higher in rejection. So we saw a little bit of a trade-off. And some evidence that the mothers who are more vigilant, perhaps, maybe in their parenting, also had the propensity to become more controlling. So we see this as having some direct clinical implications for this subsample of mothers, that it can point towards enhancing mentalizing or reflective functioning as an important clinical target, but it can also point towards a potential area of risk where the mothers who were engaging in more mentalizing and were more responsive with their infants were also point to more control. So that might be an important area for clinicians to target. Thank you so much for your interest in our work. Please feel free to reach out to me at my email address if you have any more questions about it. Thank you.